guys, hope you're doing well. Blessed Judy here, and in this reading we're going to be taking a look at what's blocking true love from coming into your life, and of course what you can do about this block. 3 options for today's reading. This is option number 1, this is option number 2, and this is option number 3. See which one you're mostly drawn to, don't overthink it. Bear in mind that this is a timeless reading, and of course it is a general reading. And if you do need a bit more time to make your decision, pause the video, because we're going to go ahead and get started with option number 1. Option number 1, hi, welcome to your reading, guys. If you were drawn to this part over here, get comfy. Let's go ahead and take a look at what could be blocking true love from coming into your life. But of course, before I do that, I want to pull out a couple of cards as your signification to see who you guys are, to take a look at your energy. It helps you see if you've chosen the right option for you, and it helps the cards connect with you more. Alright, option number 1. Who are you? So for a lot of you, I see a very strong feminine energy, a very strong connection to the divine, strong connection to being artistic, close connection to your subconscious mind. You guys could be very interested in psychology, you guys could be interested in numerology, astrology, you guys could be interested in tarot, you guys could be somebody who's very creative and artistic. For some of you over here, you might be interested in the afterlife. I don't know what's coming through, and a lot of animal lovers are also watching me over here with option number 1. Also, you are somebody who prefers solitude. You're somebody who prefers the company of pets, the company of animals. You're also reconnecting with your instincts. It's either you already have a very strong connection to your instincts, yeah, or you're reconnecting with your instincts. An owl is coming through very strongly. For some of you, you could have your this could be your spirit animal, like an owl. Scarab is coming through. Some of you guys are very interested in Egypt. Aries energy, Pisces energy coming through very strongly. Water and fire, so you might have those elements in your chart. The Emperor is also somebody who doesn't leave things to chance. So even though you're very much in your head sometimes, very much in like a connection to your higher chakras, you're also very connected to your lower chakras as well. And it does feel like you're somebody who had to do a lot of things for yourself, by yourself. And it's interesting how there's extremely feminine energy and extremely masculine energy. So for some of you over here, it could be that right now, lovely option number 1, you keep going from one extreme to the other. Like you find it hard to find that balance. So it's either like you have to be this really strong, dominant, calculated, determined, controlling person, or you go into this extreme where you just want to disconnect from the world, you want to go into your feminine energies, but it's like there's no golden middle over here. And it might be something that you're working on at this particular time. It might be a hormonal disbalance for some of you, yeah, caused by stress, caused by loads of other things, caused by medications, but yeah, when push comes to shove, it doesn't look like you guys wait for something to happen by itself. You go out and you make things. But another beautiful thing that's coming through over here is that you guys are trying to find a way, the best way to co-create with the universe. So using your mind, using your 3D energies. And you're somebody who gets a lot of insights while you're meditating, and you're somebody who It's so interesting how they're showing me this energy. They're like, lately you've been meditating so much because you're like, oh my god, I just can't be deal with the shit that's going on. It's like everything seems to just go wrong at once, and you have a lot of stuff that you need to deal with, and you're like, okay, you know what, to hell with it. I'm just going to meditate. I'm going to find strength. I'm going to find answers. You could be, they're saying for some of you, like literally on the verge of a burnout over here. So for some of you, this card, it feels very much like an advice from the spirit, like you guys need to rest. Yeah? You guys need to rest. Okay, if that sounds like you guys, keep watching. Let's go ahead and take a look at what is blocking love from coming in and what you can do about this block. Because who the hell needs this block? And then saying that, sometimes we need those blocks, you know? They keep us safe. Or we think they keep us safe. Anyways, not going to go and get ahead of myself. Let's see what the cards are going to say. Say your name, guys, out louder in your head as I'm shuffling. Okay, let's take a look at your blocks. Oof, okay. The disappointment is strong with this one, yeah? The energy of loss is strong with this one. Like you guys are looking at everything that happened in the past. And I must say for you, option number one, I do hear a lot of people saying things like, oh, never get married, or marriage is overrated. Like there's a lot of chatter that's going on around you. I don't know if you're somebody who watches a lot of these videos, or if you go to places where there's a lot of people discussing, you know, the need for marriage, or how relationships never work out, or there's some just people who are negative and who might be experiencing issues with their marriage, with their union. Like there's just this energy where you're like, well, why the hell do I want something that causes disappointment and pain and all of the other stuff? And it's interesting how your mind picks up on things that are just negative and doesn't want to see things that are positive in relationships and with love and so on and so forth. So it's almost like you guys are under this energy of a dark cloud, where you're only looking at the stuff that's disappointing. Okay, show me more. A lot of you are still very naive. You want to believe, you might still think, I don't know, they're showing me a lot of, maybe you used to watch a lot of Disney movies, or you watch a lot of movies or series that glorify like narcissistic relationships, making it seem like it's love, because they're giving me an energy where a lot of you it's like the idea of true love and the idea of like the reality of true love are very different for you. You're also somebody who's very sensitive, so sometimes what is addressed towards somebody else, you take it on to yourself. Yeah, so if somebody talks about women are this, yeah, you don't realize that they're talking about one particular woman that they're angry at, and then you take it as offense. Or if somebody out there says, oh, I don't like women who, I don't know, are too tall, and you're too tall, and then you take it to heart, and then you're like, it's personal. How can somebody like me be loved, you know? There's so much disappointment over here, but at the same time, you're somebody who's a dreamer, you know? For a lot of you, you're doing a lot of healing right now with the energy of Temperance, and it could be, even though you have this Princess of Cups energy, yeah, this Page of Cups, you feel like maybe the time is running out. And you're trying to hurry things up, maybe because other people are getting married, maybe because you feel like the time is now, or you're not going to be able to give birth, or you're not going to be like looking that young anymore, or you know what I mean. It's like pressure from the outside, pressure from the inside. And this whole situation, this whole energy is making love and relationship feel like so much hard work, making you feel like love is something that is like this whole runner and chaser dynamic BS, you know what I mean? Like the whole idea of love is just wrong. The motives for love, they're not your motives. Knight of Pentacles. Okay. And then it's like now, it's first like the first couple of cards, it was your Moon talking, and now we have your Emperor coming through, talking about practical stuff. And again, it has a lot to do with motives. So for some of you, you see a future spouse, you see love, you see relationship or marriage as a way of getting out of something, out of somewhere. Either maybe of rather unfavorable money situation or a country or so on and so forth. Okay, show me what you can do with this block, how you can get rid of this block, or these blocks rather. How are you getting rid of this block? So I'll take another deck. I want to take another deck, the Tower of Oppositions. Let's see. How you can get rid of these blocks. A fresh new perspective, getting more information. This actually does involve you guys doing research into relationships, actual academic research into how relationships work, the chemistry, the instincts, all of this, and what healthy relationships are. They're saying that you need to get a fresh perspective. Getting out of illusion of no choice. For some of you, you feel like there's no choice, yeah? And they're saying that you need to wake up, smell the coffee, and see the options, that you don't have to follow a particular path in a relationship. If somebody's relationship hasn't worked out, it doesn't mean that yours won't either. Like you need to, I don't know if dispel is the right word, I think it is. It's like when you get rid of illusions. That love is not a damsel in distress waiting for somebody to come in and save her. It's not about that at all. Because when we are in our victim mentality, oh my God, do we attract abusers? Do we attract narcissists? We do. And that's like really sad, but it's true. So you need a whole new perspective on things over here. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. You might also be thinking that you need a lot, but for the Four of Pentacles, when it comes in this position, the cards want to say that you don't need as much as you think you need. And I don't know if it has to do with money, or I don't know if it has something to do. It's like they're saying you're gonna be happy. Happy with less than what you think you need right now. I don't know what it is. They're saying you will understand it. Like on a soul level, it will make sense. So maybe you guys want somebody who's like very wealthy, or you want somebody who has like you have a list of a person, the way that he has to be, and they're saying that you don't need that much. It's not the important stuff. Like, you're gonna be happy with the person who has the most important parts of your list. And they keep saying, like, some of you need to go through separation from your parents over here. It's a big block where you're not, like, there's some sort of closure that needs to take place here. There's some sort of closure that has to do with separation from parents or a particular place, because you need to go into the energy of the Empress, of self-sufficiency. And from a place of self-sufficiency, you are going to be able to attract somebody who's going to make you very, very happy. Okay, lovely. Option number 1. Hope you enjoyed your reading and it resonated. Thank you so much for your support. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of the other upcoming content. For personal reads, do send me an email. The email's in the description box below. Take care now, guys. Bye. Option number 2, and welcome to your reading, guys. If you were drawn to this heart over here, get comfy. Let's go ahead and get started. I want to take a look at your energies first. Who you are. It helps you see whether you chose the right pile, and it helps the cards connect with your energies. Say your name out louder in your head as I'm shuffling the cards, and let's go ahead and get started. Let me see who you guys are. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles. I'm glad to see this card come out. Because this card always talks about somebody who knows their worth, who knows their value. Yeah, this is somebody who's quite grounded. These are people who work on their material needs, who are connected to their material needs. Yeah, it does look like you guys are somebody who enjoys a nice meal. Yeah, you enjoy a nice meal, you enjoy jewelry, you enjoy nature. You're somebody who knows what they are worthy of. Absolutely. It looks like you guys earn your own money, or you're supported by your family. Yeah, but there's no energy of somebody who's like somebody who might experience financial difficulties. Not at the moment anyways. You have a very beautiful body. It has an earthy feel to it. It's the energy of vitality, the energy of health. Okay. That all being said, there's with the Two of Swords, there's an energy that you guys don't like letting people into your world. Yeah, it seems that you're more practical, more logical rather than emotional. Maybe you keep your emotions very close to your heart, and you have a couple of friends that you keep very close to yourself, but you don't seem to be somebody who's an extrovert. And look at this energy. the Queen of Wands. Very sexual, very sensual, incredibly charismatic, good looking, a bit of a witchy vibe going on over here as well. So you guys might be somebody who's strongly connected to Wicca. Let me see what else is coming through. Some of you guys could be ginger, black hair, curly hair. They're just showing me you as somebody who's incredibly good looking. Incredibly good looking. And you, in the Queen energies, it's like you're in a place where you need to be. You're sitting on your throne. You have your standards. Beautiful. You might have moved to a different place lately, yeah, because of something that was out of your control. You're somebody who who faces challenges head on. And there was a recent tower moment where something fell apart, fell to pieces, but you didn't. You did not. You picked yourself back up and you went in the direction of your dreams. You keep heading in the direction of your dreams. Okay, lovely. Option number 2. If that sounds like you, keep watching. Let's take a look at your block. What's blocking love from coming in? Feisty, fiery, opinionated. Option number 2. So classy. With you, I don't see that there are people of like ignoring you. There are loads of people over here that want to get to know you, but you're standing over here, yeah, and you're like, okay, this is an F-boy. This is like my friend's ex. This is like somebody who has nothing going for him. You know, it's the energy of like having to fight off people that are just not suitable for you. You know your worth, and then it's like there's a sigh where you're like, I'm tired. Like, where is he? Where is the person who's my match? Where is the person who who's like on the same level as me? For some of you, you want even somebody who's up a level. So you get a lot of like people noticing you, but it's all like the wrong attention. Yeah, look at this. You're looking for this person where the connection is just right. The connection is divine. You're like, I'm not gonna settle for less. I'm not gonna settle for anybody who disrespects me. I'm not gonna settle for anybody who's out for the wrong, who's after me for the wrong reason. Because you guys are so attractive, you guys are so sensual, you guys are so sexy, you're so charismatic, attractive. Your body is like the cards are just saying like people are just drawn to you. But you're like, I want this person with whom I can open up emotionally. You might be coming from a very wealthy family, or it's part of your vision, part of your dream to meet a person with whom you can build some sort of an empire. Yeah? Somebody with a lot of potential. So for you, it's very interesting. You're looking for again, somebody who gives you the emotions and somebody who gives you the wealth and stability, or somebody you can build with. Yeah? For some of you, option number 2, it's also important that your family approves. This could be a bit of a block. Yeah? But let's see, because so far it seems like you're looking in the same direction with your family. you're agreeing, like, yes, he has to be this way, he has to be that way. Let's see. What's the block? Okay. So I don't know if I should say like it's a trigger warning or not for some of you, but for a very small part of you, there was some sort of tragedy in the past where everything was kind of going well, and for some of you, you might have lost a loved one. So there's literally a very, like, and it came suddenly. It came suddenly. So it very much feels like everything was going well and everything was solid, and then something happened and you might now be somebody who's a widow or a widower. And for others of you, if this hasn't happened, there's still this weird fear. And I'm calling it weird because you might not realize that you had it, and you might not know where it's coming from, but there's a fear that it's too good to be true. Like, if it happens, all of this happens, it's too good to be true, and something comes in and messes it up for you. And I'm gonna see where it's coming from. Where this fear is coming from. Because this feels very like I'm fighting for love, I'm fighting for wealth, I'm fighting for stability, I'm fighting for marriage, and then it's like, what? It's too good to be true. So again, for some of you, it's something that happens to you or to somebody you know. Let me see this fear. For some of you guys, it's like you stopped breathing. It's okay. It's alright. It's alright. It's very interesting. It's like a fear of jealousy. It's a fear of like people, I don't know if you believe in jinxes and things like this, but if we're taking it very, very deep down, it's like maybe people around you didn't have this, and you're afraid of something going wrong. It's like this part of you that wants all of this, part of you that knows you can have all of this, and another part says, but I'm afraid, because if I get it, how long is it going to last? How long is it before it triggers other people? How long is it before something happens? And for you, you don't want this blow anymore. You don't want these energies. You're afraid. So it's almost like deep down, wanting something, but postponing it, or putting it like, or like pushing it away because you're afraid of the pain and devastation that might come if it all falls down. Let's take a look at what you can do to remove this block. Current oppositions, speak to us, speak to option number 2. What they can do to remove those blocks. And it's such an interesting, it was so deep, it was hidden very deep within you. Yeah. Some of you believe in karma, some of you believe in family karma. They're saying it's like you feel like you might carry on something. or you have to carry something on, like a history repeats itself. Interesting. For some of you, you might have had somebody in the past who might have dated or married somebody who people were against. I don't know if it was like, a marriage or a union during a time where people were expected to marry a certain race or a certain status, And here, I don't know, but it's very interesting. It's coming through as maybe somebody in your family did this and you're afraid of the same thing happening. But it has a lot to do with the roots. It has a lot to do with stuff that you maybe saw or heard in the past. And it's like it gave you the wrong idea, gave you the wrong impression, and you're still carrying it. So there's a big part of you, a conscious part of you that knows you can have all of this, but it could, by the way, be, like I was reading the block, where your family has to agree. What if you fall in love with somebody who's very different? What if you fall in love with, somebody who doesn't live up to their expectations? Okay. Okay, what else? The moon, the fear, oh my gosh, the moon, the fear, the subconscious, there's so many things going on, my darlings. So many fears. Okay, face your fears. As cliche as it sounds, that's one of the few ways to go when we're talking about fears. You have to face them. Because fears are nothing rather than false evidence appearing real. And this could be talking about hypnosis, guys. This could be talking about regression therapy, because a lot of you might not realize that you have this block, yeah? And if I'm saying it and if it doesn't resonate with you at all, then this is not your option. But if it feels like there's something there, dig deeper. Dig deeper, because the Queen of Cups coming through in reverse over here, it's an indication that you might not be seeing things clearly. It could be coming from a mother figure, because the Moon and the Queen of Cups, this is illusions that might be coming from a mother figure or a grandmother. So regression therapy, diving deep, and look at this, yeah. Ten of Pentacles coming through in reverse. This is when you're not accepted, when you're not accepted by your own, where you're not welcomed by your own. Fear of separation, fear of having your doors of community being closed. And not having the money. So it's like I keep hearing, it's my way or the highway. It's my way or the highway. Maybe you're very, you're afraid of angering your ancestors as well. Of angering ancestors, community. You're afraid of not having their support. They're talking, yeah, look at this, the Ten of Swords. Oof, guys. You might have to deal with things like imagining worst case scenarios to live through them, because look at all of those fears surfacing. And that's okay. They want you to know that even though it looks dark and gloomy, that's okay. It's something that you can work through, because these are minor arcanas, yeah? which talk about energies that can be influenced. I wouldn't say like it's easy to influence those energies, no, but they're not as major as major arcanas are. Although we have two major arcanas, this one is upright, so we're all good over here. But yeah, definitely needing to work with your mind, regression, maybe even hypnosis. And releasing guilt. Releasing guilt and releasing all of that stuff you might be carrying for your family. Okay, option number 2 is where I'm going to end your reading. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification button. If you guys are up for a personal read, send me an email. The email's in the description box below. So it's the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. So make sure to check it out. Thanks for watching. Take care now. Bye. Option number 3, and welcome to your reading, guys. If you're drawn to this heart over here, you ready to find out what's blocking love from coming into your life? The first 2 options were so intense, so interesting. Let's see what yours is bringing. So first I want to pull out a couple of cards to get a signification on who you guys are. That way you can see if this is the right choice for you. Yeah, if you recognize yourself, your energies, good stuff, stick with it. If it doesn't sound like you at all, try one of the other 2 options. And it does help if you say your name either in your head or out loud as I'm shuffling. Okay, let's take a look at who you guys are. A couple of facts and figures. Queen of Pentacles is coming through over here. So again, somebody would like a self-esteem. Yeah, somebody who's well financially. Somebody who's incredibly talented. Incredibly talented. Strong connection to nature. For you guys, I'm getting a bit of a shamanic vibe, yeah? So you might be interested in shamanism. You might be interested in doing things with your hands out in the nature. So maybe planting something, collecting like certain flowers. Working with your hands out in the nature. I don't know why they're coming through. Maybe you're somebody who paints and you like to paint out in the nature. Maybe you're somebody who takes pictures and you like to do it out in the nature. You're very talented. You're also very multifaceted, yeah? So you are, you know, when people like, if people were asked to describe you, people would describe you very differently because you're never just the one person. You're never just in one energy. You transition to those energies, and it's transitioning through your conscious, subconscious mind. It's being very much in tune with who you are today, yeah, with how you want to present yourself today. And you're very multi-talented. You guys could be somebody who speaks more than one language. You guys could be somebody who's a master when it comes to shifting the energies, they're telling me. So you might be somebody who, again, looks one way today and looks the other way tomorrow. Like the way that you present yourself. It's very interesting. And you're very self-sufficient. They're also telling me you're somebody who, once you decide on something, it's very hard for you to be convinced otherwise. Sometimes you can be very stubborn. People find your body very attractive. Very attractive. And look at this, yeah? Again, you're embodying this energy of fire as well. So you guys might be somebody who's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and you don't get into like shit with people. You pick your battles, and your peace of mind is your priority. You've also been working on your sensuality and sexuality a lot, because this, like, I'm almost hearing the fire, and I'm almost hearing like how it's, I don't know, it's the energy of something new. So maybe you have recently awakened this particular energy, or you are in a time of your life where you're very connected to your sexuality, very connected to it. You're no longer hiding it. And you do some stuff in secret over here. There's something that you do that not a lot of people know. So maybe whether it's witchcraft, or maybe it's like a hobby or a side hustle or something like this, not a lot of people know it. Where you're combining your passion and your desire to earn money. You're also somebody who gets a lot of insights while meditating. And you might have a very strong connection to cats. Cats, jaguars, panthers. I might be wearing a Puma hoodie as we speak. If that sounds like you, option number 3, keep on watching. If it doesn't, pick one of the other 2 piles. Let's take a look at your block. Say your name out loud or in your head, and let's discover whether there's anything blocking true love from coming in, and if it is, what it is, why is it there, and what you can do to get rid of it. Straight away, option number 3, they want me to tell you that you're looking for love in the wrong place. They're showing me like a map, they're showing me a geographic location of where you are. It's not there. I want to see if it's actually not there or if it's a block. Let me see if they're actually not there, because they keep showing me like they're saying you need to move. You need to move, you need to be somewhere else. For your fine selves, you need to be somewhere else. Let's see. This is interesting. Option number 3. Because fear of commitment has jumped out. Is it your fear of commitment, or is it you needing to move away from people? Or is it you not being where you want to at this particular moment? Let me see, this is a very specific message coming through for somebody. You might be in a place where you really don't want to be, and you don't want you don't want to commit to somebody there. Nah, it's not like, yeah, it's not even so much fear of commitment, it's not wanting to be where you are. Not wanting to settle down where you are. So it feels very much like on a subconscious level where you're like, I don't want to stay here, so I don't want to get any ties that are going to make me stay over here, or that are going to make me want to stay over here. Yeah, lots of disappointment. And it's interesting how this star came through looking that way. Let me see what it is, because okay, I'm not going to scare you now, but let me see. I don't know if you guys are somebody who's connected to symbols, stars. It's like the star is coming through in reverse. First I thought it had something to do with you maybe seeing people as evil, but it's something different. It's the energy of not living your life. It's the energy of star coming through in reverse. And this energy is manifesting in different aspects of your life, including including your love life. So it's the energy of disappointment in where you are, disappointment in people where you are, and not wanting to stay there, wanting to move, wanting to leave. And right now it's like I need to make a decision to move on here with the energy of the universe. And that is blocking you from creating connections because you want to be somewhere else. For some of you, there is still this fear of commitment that keeps coming through. For some of you, my darlings, literally there's an energy of wanting to be a free spirit. Because maybe you've already been in a commitment and you're like, you know what, it isn't all that it seems. It wasn't for you anyways. So it's almost like you need to get some sort of closure on something that's making you feel like the person who you want to be with, who you would want to be with, isn't around. And it's fascinating because they are actually showing me that your person is not next to you. But you could be stalling from moving. You could be stalling from coming towards this person subconsciously. They're telling me because then it keeps the dream alive. Okay. Some of you, my darlings, there's still the energy of going through transformation from the page energy into the Empress energy. Very different energies. When you go into love from the energy of a page, you have a lot of illusions, you have a lot of expectations. When you go from the energy of the Empress, you're open to the truth. You're open to the truth that we're all human. You're open to the truth of life. You have enough experience. You're fully embodying your feminine energies. Some of you, you're still doing your inner child work. And it's harsh. And it's so harsh. But for majority of you, it's the energy of movement. But it's almost like there's resistance. Like now as I'm doing your reading, there's a lot of resistance. The flow was really nice. And now it's almost like you might be putting up walls, you might be putting up dead ends for yourself. Okay, show me more. Talk to me about this block. You want to focus on money. You want to focus on money, you want to focus on self-sufficiency, you want to put work first. You might have this false idea that Empress has something to do with that being ready for love has something to do with having enough money. And I want to say for women, no. For men, no either. But men, mature men, they understand that a family needs investment and you need to have money for a family. For women, it's a little bit different. It might have been that somebody might have told you that you need to be a certain way to have love. But that's not the case. So you might be burying yourself in work at this time. And yeah, there's something deeper. It's like you guys are trying to, like you know, they're showing me like a snake. When you keep trying to catch a snake, and like show me the real block, and then you're like, oh, it's the place. And I'm like, show me the real block. Oh no, it's making money first. Show me the real block. Option number 3. Show me the real thing. Because a lot of you, what, you stopped believing. You stopped believing. You're afraid. It's interesting. You're afraid of like this transformation. The Queen of Swords into the Queen of Cups. You're afraid. Simple as that. Afraid of being vulnerable. Afraid of being... Again, look at this. The energy of evil. Maybe there was something there. Maybe there was something there that maybe you thought that people are evil. Yeah? People do take advantage of this when you're in the energy of the Queen of Cups. A lot of you, you're afraid of codependent relationships. You don't want to do that anymore. You don't want to go there anymore. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what you can do to release this block, to let go of this block. Tower of Oppositions, talk to us. Option number 3, what do you need to do to release this block that is preventing true love from coming into your life? That's preventing you from opening up to true love. Better together. Better together. The harvest can be enjoyed. For some of you, you might have been in a position where somebody took your money away, yeah? Or you could, you do need to deal with the fear of, how do I put this? With the fear of somebody taking something away from you. Because it might be that right now you feel like you want to enjoy life. Maybe through travel, through making money, through meeting people, and so on and so forth. But they're saying that you need to understand that it's much more fun when you do it with somebody you love. And it doesn't always have to be that one person brings, the other one takes it away. It could be that you're both doing something, yeah? You're both bringing in something, you're both enjoying it. Like an energy of maybe lack that's coming through over here. That something is going to run out. That somebody might take something away from you. Or somebody might want to be with you only for like one reason. A lot of things, look at this, a lot of things coming through that indicate some sort of con artist. You need to deal with this fear of somebody conning you into something, of you letting down your guard and being trusting, or somebody like misleading you. Yeah, look at this. For a lot of you, there's a very strong energy of maybe somebody took something away from you. It all needs to heal. The star, the inspiration, the hope. A lot of you have illusions, my darlings. There's so many illusions. Somebody really lied to you. like lied to you to the point where you're like, I can't trust people anymore. And you're like, this is not going to change. You're afraid that this is like, this story will keep repeating itself. You're like, I have bad luck. You're like, no. But option number 3, for you, to be quite honest with you, among all of the 3 options today, you have the most resistance to love. Which usually indicates that you guys got the deepest trauma. I don't think you can compare traumas, but this is what it feels like in this reading, at least. That your trauma, it was so intense, it was so deep, that you don't even want to talk about it. Like, it takes so many tries to get to the bottom of it. So they're saying here you need to start with belief, your hope. Because for a lot of you, you're like, there's no hope. It's not going to happen. But it will. For some of you, you're divorced or widowed. And you're like, I don't know how else. You're so used to this energy, you're like, I don't know how else to exist, to live. Look at this. You need to get your hope back. 5 of Cups. Quote. Option number 3, what have you gone through? Alright, show me more. The Temperance coming from all of these cards in reverse. They're saying, okay, it's too much, it's a lot, but the story doesn't have to repeat itself. This is something that you need to work through, you need to understand it. You need to get the hope back. This is the most important thing. If hope isn't there, then none of this is going to be resolved. You need to remember why. Why are you doing this? Because you will get married again. Look at this, the King of Pentacles. You will. Loads of things, guys. I'm not even going to go too much into it. It's like every time I pick a card, there's like a new fear that surfaces, a new thing that surfaces. But to be honest with you, they're all, it's like, again, it's like leading you through a maze. And they're saying like the main thing is the hope. And bring back the hope in any way that's possible. And I'm going to help you a little bit. I haven't done it for the other 2 options, but with you, I'm going to pull out a couple of cards to see that if you do release this block, what do you have to look forward to? Well, first and foremost, there's somebody coming through with the energy of the Emperor. There's somebody coming through to awaken your sensual energies, to help you rise up. Rise up. It's the energy of not being misled, but the energy of being celebrated. The energy of being celebrated over here. It's taking that next step, leveling up in relationships. This is rebirth. Rebirth through sexual and sensual energy, through acceptance, yeah, and through guidance over here with the Taurus energy. Taurus, Aries energies. Somebody who helps you get out of the maze that you've been stuck in for a very long time. And it has a lot to do with sensuality. A lot to do with sensuality. So definitely something to look forward to. Option number 3. Anyways, darlings, if you enjoyed this reading and you would like to claim its energies, do so in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of my other upcoming content. For personal readings, do send me an email. The email is in the description box below. So it's the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. Take care of your beautiful selves now. Bye.